All right, so in this lesson, percent of change, we're going to find out how to find the percent of increase, or we're going to find out how to find the percent of decrease, and what's the difference between the two. All right, both, you want to use the same formula. You want to find the difference between the two numbers. Okay, the difference that you find, you want to keep the difference positive. So always make sure the bigger number is first. Okay. Over the original amount, so you always need to know what the original amount was. And then we multiply by 100. Anybody know why we multiply by 100? What does multiplying by 100 do?
Because percents are over 100.
Very good. So to turn it into a percent, we want to multiply by 100, which moves my decimal over twice. And then we have our percent. So let's take a look at some examples. So the original was 4. The new is 5. Okay. So the first question I want to ask myself, is this an increase or is this a decrease? Well, originally I'm at 4, and now I'm at 5. So what did I do? Did I increase or did I decrease? Yes.
Increase.
It's an increase, okay? So my answer is going to be an increase. So when I have my final answer, I'm going to say whatever percent increase. So now the percentage change. The difference over the original. The difference. Start with the bigger number, go to the smaller number. So we're going to go 5 minus 4 over the original. Okay, make sure you go over the original. What's the original amount here? Is the 5 the original or the 4 the original? Well, we look at our problem. The 4 is the original. So we have percent of change equals 5 minus 4, everybody.
1.
Let's try that again. 5 minus 4, everybody.
1.
Thank you. So 1 over 4 times 100. What is 1/4 as a decimal?
0.25.
Excellent. 0.25 times 100, which moves my decimal over twice. So I can say this is a 25% increase. And I'm going to abbreviate increase as INC. All right, so again, take the difference. Bigger number, smaller number. Divide by the original. Get your fraction. Times 100. Now this part here, this part's a little optional. I'm going to give you guys a little leadway. If you know that 1/4 is 25% as a percent, you can go right to that. You can say 1/4, 25%. And some of these we're going to ask you guys to memorize and learn them, and you can skip this multiplying by 100. Okay? So 1/4 is 25%. What's 3/4? Nice and loud, everybody. 1, 2, 3.
75%.
I like it. I like it. All right, example number 2. The original is 15. The new is 12. Increase or decrease? Increase or decrease?
Decrease.
Decrease. Beautiful. So it's going to be some kind of percent decrease. Difference, subtract the two numbers. Bigger number, smaller number. Over the original. The original is 15. So we got the percent of change is equal to 15 minus 12. We get 3. 3 over 15 times 100. We could simplify 3 over 15. What is 3 over 15 simplified? I can reduce both of them by 3, and I get an answer of
1 over 5.
1 over 5. Now you can turn this into a decimal, but does anybody know what 1 over 5 is as a percent? 1 over 5 as a percent.
20.
Excellent. So 1 over 5 is 20%. And that's why it's nice to start memorizing these fractions. All right, so the original in this one is 25. The new is 15. Increase or decrease? First question. Increase or decrease?
Decrease.
Decrease. Going from 25 to 15. I'm decreasing. So it's going to be a percent decrease. Difference, 25 minus 15 over what? 25 minus 15 over what?
25.
Over 25, very good. So now I got 25 minus 15, so I got 10 over 25, which reduces to what? 10 over 25, which reduces to
2 over 5.
2 over 5. And 2 over 5 as a percent.
40%.
Excellent, 40%. Again, you can turn these into decimals, multiply by 100, move over your decimal twice, or start learning those fractions. Okay, so we got the next one. I have 20 tons, so from 20 tons, to 18 tons. Okay, so before I used original and new, now I'm using from and to. From is the original, to is the new. So from what to what? I went from 20 tons to 18 tons. All right, so the difference. 20 minus 18. Which one's my original? From or to? Which one's the original? From. My from is 20. So now I have 20 minus 18. I get 2 over 20. Can I reduce 2 over 20? I can. 2 over 20 reduces to
110.
1 over 10. And 1 over 10 as a percent. This should be a nice easy one. What is 1 over 10 as a percent?
10%.
Love it. 10%. And is this an increase or decrease? I went from 20 to 18. So did I go up or did I go down? Did I increase or decrease?
Decrease.
Decrease. So 10% decrease. Okay, I got 2 more. I'm going from $15 to $7. $15 to $7. The movie theater is charging me $15 for a movie ticket. Memorial Day weekend, they decided to give us all a break, so they slashed their prices from 15 to 7. What is the percent increase or decrease? Okay, so percent of change, difference, 15 minus 7. Which one is my denominator? What is my denominator? 15, my original. Did I increase or did I decrease? Went from 15 to 7.
Decrease.
It's a decrease, excellent. I like paying less. 15 minus 7, I get 8 over 15. All right, so now this one's a little tricky. 8 over 15 times 100. 15 is one of those denominators I can't find perfectly. So what is 8 over 15 as a decimal? What is 8 over 15 as a decimal? So if we divide 15 into 8, we get an answer of 0.53333, and so on, times 100. Depending on what they're asking for, rounding to the nearest tenths, rounding to the nearest whole number, rounding to the nearest whole percent, move my decimal over twice, multiplying by 100, so it becomes 53.333, repeating, percent decrease. If they're asking me to round to the nearest whole percent, what would be my answer? Rounding to the nearest whole percent. To the nearest whole percent.
53%.
It's going to be about 53%. Very good. What if they're asking me to round to, so I'm going to go about 53% decrease. What if they're asking me to round to the nearest tenths? What would be my answer then? To the nearest tenths.
53 and 3/10.
Very good. About 53.3 or 53 and 3/10 repeating. Okay, so just be careful on what the directions are asking. All right, so that's an example of one that didn't work out so nicely. Divide into it, move your decimal over twice, multiplying by 100, and then give you a final answer. Okay, so we have, when Alex was 10 years old, he was 50 inches tall. Alex is now 11 years old, and he is 58 inches tall. Find the percent of increase in Alex's height. So given, it's going to be a percent of increase. Now what? How do I find the percent of increase here? What do I do first? Yep.
The original is 50 and then
Okay, so I need a new, I need an original, I need an old. Which one's which?
your original is 50 and your new is 58.
So my original is 50. My new is 58. Okay, using my formula, percent of change. And if you guys want to use that, POC, it's fine. POC equals what? What am I going to use?
50 minus 58.
Okay, I'm going to go with the bigger number first and then the smaller number. So I'm going to do 58 minus 50 just so I stay away from the negatives. So 58 minus 50 over what? Over 50. Good, the original is 50. So then this gives me 8 over 50, which is a nice fraction. Why is this a nice fraction? Why is that a nice fraction?
Because 50 goes into 100.
Excellent. 50 goes to 100, so you can kind of take a shortcut here. Multiply both of them by 2. So I'm left with 16 over 100 And 16 over 100 is what percent?
16%.
Very good. So I have a 16% increase. And I'm going to abbreviate.